Hi all, welcome to LC Max Q Learn series. So today we are going to learn indices and logarithms, topic of algebra. So definitely there will be one question out of this. Sometimes it will be on a simple question like what you are seeing in the picture, or it can be application type question. So it is very important that you understand this concept. So let's see how we can work on this. The first one is write 1 by 81 in the form 3 to the power of r. This is quite a simple question. It's we had already learned this in junior cycle and we have been continuing this, so it's pretty easy. So what you should do is you should write 81. So 1 over 81 is equal to 3 to the power of r. So since the base is 3 here, you need to write 81 in terms of 3. So we know that 81 is nothing but 3 to the power of 4, that is equal to 3 to the power of r, and then you can write 3 to the power of minus 4 is equal to 3 to the power of r, so r is equal to minus 4. Okay, that's one important thing. Or you can work with logs also here, like if you're comfortable with logs. So what I can write here is 1 by 81 is equal to 3 to the power of r, so I can write r as log 1 by 81 to the base 3, and that is equal to, then r is equal to minus 4. When you calculate it, you will get this value. Okay, now let's move on to the second question. The following is an expression in x, where x is an element of r. Log x to the base 100, log 18 to the base 100, log 3 to the base 100. So one important thing what you have to do whenever you get a log question like this is see whether the base, see what is the base. If the base are the same, you can simply neglect it for some time, okay? And then work on the problems. Neglect in the sense you should write it, but you can, from mentally, you can think, okay, all the bases are the same, so let me just keep it aside and then work on the problem and then come back. If the base is not the same, you have to use the change of log functionality and then work on the question so that you make the base the same in all the problems and then work on it. So here we have the base as the same as 100, so we will not worry about that. We are going to keep it aside. Now we will work on the rules of the logarithms here, which is there in the formula book. Always whenever you are working with exponents or logarithms, keep it ready, keep the formula book ready so that you don't make any mistake. So let's work on these two first. So that is log 18x, because since it is addition, you will have to multiply it to the base 100 minus log 3 to the base 100. Okay, if you know it thoroughly, you can write it in one stretch, or I will write it in two steps. Then since it is subtraction, I will write it as 18x divided by 3, which is equal to log 6x to the base 100. Okay, now let's go back to the question. Write this expression in the form p log 10x. Okay, that is one thing you have to remember. Here the log is 100, so we want to write it in log 10. So how will you write it? It's very easy. If you want to write it in a different log, you write log 10, and then 6x will come here, 6x, and this 100 will come here, so that is 100. Again, this formula is there in the formula book, so there's nothing to worry, but this is the method you use to write the logarithm. And log 100 to the base 10 is equal to 2. So this is the answer, or you can write it a little more beautifully like 1 by 2 log 6x to the base 10. Okay, so before I move on to the other topic, let me just quickly explain you the base concept. So if I have log b x and I want to convert the base b to a, the easiest method is you just write log to the base a twice, log to the base a, and then x will come here and b will come here. So please learn this out so that you are able to write the change of base in a much faster manner and you will not lose any time during the exam. Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the change of base law state, okay, they've already given the change of base law here, so we don't need to worry. Show that log 9 3x plus 2 is equal to half log 3 3x plus 2. It's a very easy question. So whenever you take the left hand side, so log 9 3x plus 2, and we will use the log method which I explained. So log 3 log to the base 3, and 3x plus 2 will come to the top, so 3x plus 2, and 9 will come to the bottom, so it will be 9. Let me just erase this because it is confusing. Okay, and that is equal to log 3 3x plus 2 divided by, and log 9 to the base 3 will be 2. Okay, so that is equal to half log 3 3x plus 2. Easy sum. Okay, now the second part of this question, solve the equation. Log 9 3x plus 2 is equal to log 3x plus 1. So what you can see, whenever you see a word hence, which means that you can take the answer from the previous question and put it here. So you don't need to do everything again. So you have this log 9 3x plus 2 is what you have solved here, okay? And you have the answer here. So you don't need to do it again. So you can directly take this answer and then start with the next problem. So that is why they say hence or otherwise. So hence means you can just take the previous example. So half log 3 3x plus 2 is equal to log 3x plus 1. Okay, and then how will you solve this? So you can take 2 to the other side. So log 3x plus 2 is equal to 2 log 3x plus 1. I just cross multiplied, and the right hand side will become log 3x plus 1 to the power of 2. Okay, so that is q log x can be written as log x to the power of q. Q will come to the top. Okay, that's the formula. And then the left hand side will be log 3x plus 2. And then since you have log on both the sides and the bases are the same, you can directly write it as 3x plus 2 is equal to x plus 1 the whole square. So 3x plus 2 is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1. Bring everything to the left hand side. X square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. And then factorize. You will not be able to directly factorize, but you will have to use the minus b formula. So that minus b formula will be minus of minus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 square minus 4 minus 1 minus minus 1 divided by 2 times 1, and you will get the final answer as so minus of minus will be plus, so 1 plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 2. Okay, so this is how we find the values. And hope you know how to put it in the formula of, calculator and get these values. The last questions for today is um, t is a positive real number. Log 3t plus log 9t plus log 27, log t to the base 27, log t to the base 81. So if you notice here, the main thing here is the base is different. Okay, find the value of t. Use the formula, this change of base formula. They've already given the change of base formula. So how will you work on this? So what you have to do is, like, you have to bring everything to the base 3. Okay, because 3 is the least one. So what I will do is, like, log 3 to the base t plus log 3 divided by log 3. So I'm going working on this. Okay, so this will be t and this will be 9. Then the next one, log 3 log 3, and this will be 27, and this will be t plus log 3 log 3, this will be 81, this will be t. That's equal to 10. So it becomes very easy when I understand the change of base formula, how to write it. It becomes very easy for me to write it. Now simplifying this, log 3t plus log 3t divided by, this is 2 plus log 3t divided by 3 log 3t divided by 4 is equal to 10. Okay, now you can solve this by any method. What I can do is, like, I can take the common value and multiply it across. So I will just multiply it by 2 log 3t plus 6 log 3t plus 4 log 3t plus 3 log 3t, which is equal to 120. I multiplied it by 12. Yeah, and then add everything together. So that will be 25 log 3t will be 120, or log 3t will be 120 divided by 25. Okay, I can simplify this further, or I can write it as t is equal to 3 to the power of 120 divided by 25, or 3 to the power of 25 over 5. Very simple question, straightforward question. If you know the change of base of the logarithm, you will be able to do this. Okay, I hope it was clear. Thank you.